Hi guys, welcome back to your weekly readings. I trust you guys had a wonderful week last week and are gearing up for the new week that is coming up. Today we're going to go over some of the energies that may affect us from the week of September the 24th through to the 1st of October, I believe, are the days. First of all, I'd like to thank all of my viewers for your likes, your shares, your donations, and for all of you that have contacted me for a reading. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. As you know that right now in my life, I'm going through lots of changes that need to occur due to guidance and through just life changing the way that things are for me. So I do need the assistance of my viewers and those of you that consider me someone that could actually read for you and give you some type of guidance. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate you, and namaste. Again, we have messages from Jesus. I do enjoy these cards as they seem to be giving me some really serious guidance right now in my life when I do need it. So we shall begin with that. The first card that came out today, which I thought was kind of difficult, but I know that last week I went through some very difficult situations. So I can see why these cards came out. The first one is sorrow. Is learning to deal with the pain of sorrow. The next card is temptation. Again, the ego. Working with the ego, working with your dark side. The following card is disciples. Is becoming closer to discipleship, to the following of your beliefs, of spirituality, becoming enlightened. The next card is called the beloved, which this is someone that follows their beliefs, their teachings of their master, and kind of gives themselves up to that type of life. And the last card is no clothes. So I just wanted you to see what we're going to be touching upon in the first part of the reading. I started with the card of temptation because that is one of the main things that occurred to me last week. So I am not sure if this reading is for your upcoming week or things that you need to watch out for, or something that also happened to you perhaps last week, or it will happen, so that you know how to deal with it when it does occur. There will be things that will spark your fire coming this week. It's a temptation to lash out to others in anger, or being tempted from your own addictions or habits that you're trying to break, and where the temptation really pushes a button, and you have to set yourself aside and see it for what it is. Look at the temptation. Look at the people that are pushing your buttons, the people that are making you do something that you truly don't want to do, that's not yourself. So you're having to separate the pain and the anger, or wanting to lash out, and just look at it for what it is. It's another level of consciousness. You're seeing how the ego will push you. It's in essence your own confrontation with Satan this week, or your own ego, your dark side, and being able to separate it and rise above it and say, no, I'm not going to fall for this. I'm not going to lash out. I'm not going to do what you're trying to get me to do. I'm not going to walk away. I'm not going to destroy my life over this. I'm not going to let the ego win. And therefore becoming enlightened because of it, having some type of an epiphany that happens because you set aside your desire to lash out, or to fall for temptation, or to fall for that habit, or not being able to break it when you know that you have to, or allowing another person to win over you and make you angry or depressed, or just crush you, you know. Look at it for what it is, another way of growth. Therefore, it may bring about some sorrow. But sorrow is necessary in our lives, because once we experience sorrow and learn to rise above it, it stops having the effect that it has on us. We need to see it for what it is, a call to action, to look within and to see what exactly is it that's making me feel so sorrowful, so unhappy, so depressed. So it's a way, like, looking into the mirror of your own self and seeing what exactly is it that I need to change about myself. It's a call to action for you to go within and change the things that you have made, the mistakes, the perhaps, yes, the temptations that have pushed your buttons, that have made you move forward in life and do things that perhaps weren't in your best interest or in the best interest of those around you, those that you love. So you need to face your sorrows and your temptations. So this is going to be a week again of very deep introspection, going within so deep. I'm sorry that these readings have turned into this really deep search for inner meaning, and this is who I am. This is who I've been for a very long time. So now I'm sharing with you some of the deeper parts of me that perhaps I wasn't showing at the beginning because I didn't feel confident enough in myself in order to show you who I truly am. Therefore, the no clothes, which is the last card, and I'll get to that. But it's peeling off the layers of pain, of suffering, of masks that we put upon ourselves because society, our upbringing, our family members, the people that we love, we don't want to disappoint them. We don't want to disappoint them. So we become beings that we're truly not. We cover ourselves with all of these layers of things, of clothing, of material items that it's not us. So we need to learn to peel those layers off, and by facing our own ego and our temptations and getting rid of some of our addictions and things that we have fallen upon because we're angry or we're not being able to show who we truly are, so we become addicted to food or drugs or weed or alcohol or something that numbs, the pain and the sorrow because we can't hardly deal with it. But we need to face it for what it truly is. How did it get there? What caused it? And go back and either apologize or get over it, forgive yourself, forgive others, and then get past that. So that you can truly start to begin your discipleship. That's where this card comes in. Once you overcome these things and you beat them, the ego subsides, the Satan stops, it goes away. It starts to go into the background because it can't beat you. It can't take over who you truly are. You start to show others who you are. Then you're starting to follow discipleship of the master. Then is where the beloved card comes in. This is where you can be more like your master. You don't imitate him, but you absorb his teachings and then you become more like him. You imbibe who he is as opposed to imitating. And I looked that word up because it was very foreign to me. I had never heard it, and I read it, and this is all parts of the Bible writings, but it's interpreted in these cards, and I just love them. The messages are so extremely deep that if we truly absorb or imbibe these messages, we can become better persons, and then show others how to become more of who they truly are. You can become a teacher, a disciple. Then you can become more like the beloved John, Peter, the ones that were closest to the master, at least the master that I believe in. But then you also have your own beliefs because, again, many people listen to me from around the world. So you have your own master, your own beliefs. And then in order for you to become that, you need to overcome your ego. You need to overcome your sorrows, because they will come up. If they haven't already in your life, these are things that do come up as you grow older, as you start learning, as you become more of your truer self, your spiritual self, not your ego self. Not your materialistic self, which when you're younger, that's what you're striving for, to become top in your game, top in your office, or wherever it is that you work, at what you do. And you immense money and material things, and then you become a certain person in your life that you're happy, and then you start to see that there's something missing, there's something still not there, and you're wondering, well, what is it? I've got all of this, I have a good relationship, I have a home, I have a family, but you still will find that there's something missing, and what it is spirituality. So you need to learn to balance your emotions with your passions, with your life, and your spirituality. It's three things. It's the diamond shape. It's the triangle, in our lives, that we need to be able to balance all three parts of who we are so that we can be a little bit happier. But anyway, the last card, no clothes. That is how we become someone, that we start to peel off our masks, the layers of clothing that we hide, our true natures, our animalistic instincts, our dark side, our ego, and we start to show. Because all of those layers start to fall off from ourselves, and we no longer need to hide behind them. We no longer need them because our true nature is coming out. You can show ourselves more. We don't have to clothe ourselves behind all of those layers of false ego, of falseness, of not who we are in essence, so that we can become more of a disciple. So those are the teachings, the spiritual teachings of this week. You will be tempted. There will be parts of you that need to be worked on, that need to be looked at. Seriously go within so that you can become more of who you truly would like to be. If you're listening to this channel, then you are a spiritual person that is trying to become more enlightened, find their path more in life of what they're meant to be, how they're truly meant to move forward, and how they can be more of a disciple, be more of an enlightened person. And in my channel, you will learn to later on turn around and teach it, because the things that I'm teaching you now or talking to you are things that later on you can teach to others once you have taken them in and understand them. Once you balance your life more, as we've gotten the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins is more of a balance of your spiritual life with your physical life, so that you can share with others a bit more of both parts of your life, your spiritual as well as your physical life. Be more like the masters that you believe in, the ascended masters that you believe in. Okay. Let's see what the first part of our week is going to be like. Let me cut the deck. Pull the middle. No surprise. First part of the week is going to be filled with passions, filled with all of your responsibilities. So you're going to feel like you have a lot on your plate at the beginning of the week. A lot of work, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to do, a lot of plans, a lot of irons in the fire, like they say. But be careful of that. Learn to delegate work to others if you can, if you have family or friends that can help you perhaps with some of the activities that are going to be coming up, because it's going to be a very hard week for all of us. We need to learn to balance. Some of us may work a little bit too much this week. Learn to rest. Learn to find time to meditate and get some rest, because the load that we're going to have on us this week is going to be extremely heavy. Okay, but it's something that we need to do. These are things that are changing in our lives. Like I said, I'm having a lot of changes in my life, so they bring about a lot of passions, a lot of new ideas, a lot of new paths, a lot of responsibility. So therefore, you will have it as well, because if you're attracted to my channel, it's because there's a message here that you need to hear, because of things that will happen to you as well during the week. So remember, you're going to have a lot of responsibilities this week and a lot of work, but you need to be able to balance that. Otherwise, you will become depleted energy-wise. Spiritually, you will become tired. Okay, and by the end of the week, you will need some energy as well. The next card is the Ten of Swords. So we're getting tens. Tens are endings of cycles in our life. So perhaps there's going to be an ending of all of this responsibility, of all of this work, of all of this stress that we may have, because we're learning to balance a bit more. And then the Swords. The Swords is betrayals by others, by groups of people perhaps even, or by your own thoughts of things that you've done. Betrayal of self, betrayal of your path. So these things will end in your life. This is the 10. The 10 is it going away so that the beginning can come. The Ace of Swords, which is clarity of thought, movement forward. The pen is mightier than the sword. The Ace of Wands, which is new spark of life, new passions, new ideas, a new path that opens up to you, which within a year you take it up. So if you find yourself with too much responsibilities, too much work, too many things on your plate, you will learn to delegate, and you will learn to eliminate a lot of the things that have been holding you back in your life. During this week, you're going to begin to cut them out of your life. The Ten of Swords, same thing. You can't go down any further. You're already at 10 swords stuck in you. It's your own thoughts that have been holding you back. So you're going to eliminate that. You're going to get up and go, you know what? I'm not going to let these thoughts ground me anymore. I'm not going to let these people hold me back anymore. I'm going to be more of who I am. I'm going to learn to balance my life, and I'm going to begin again. You're going to start getting some clarity over the things that you have thought that you could not overcome or get past. No surprise here either. This is the Death card. Total transformation of your life. Total transformation of the way that you have been up to now. The things that you have done. The way that you thought, perhaps where you live, where you work, what you do for, you know, for life, for your beliefs, for your talents, perhaps. You may even pick up some of your talents that you have never paid any attention to because you didn't have time with all of these other responsibilities that you had in your life, or the way that you were thinking. It's all epiphanies, changes of the way that you live, that you think, that you are. Releasing a lot of perhaps even addictions or patterns of negative thinking. For all of us, it'll be different because the Death card is, it's like a sweeping away of all that is old, of all that needs to get out of your life, of all that is over. It's over and it's time to begin again. Old lovers, old ways of lives, old ways of thinking, all of these responsibilities that you have put upon yourself that do not belong to you, you're going to start releasing them. You're going to start delegating to others. You're going to release those negative thought patterns that you've had for many years. Maybe even up to 10 years. Old relationships that no longer serve a purpose. Old friendships that no longer serve a purpose. Ways of thinking, ways of doing things. Goodbye, because this is the Major Arcana, the first one that's come up. Old possessions, everything. There's something that's coming in. See the little ship here? There's a new opportunity that's coming in that's going to help you wipe away all of the old so the new can begin again, okay? The Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is someone that is very situated with their finances. Someone that's holding up a coin going, see what I have built up? Out with the old, in with the new opportunities. There may even be other people that will help you with your finances or with organization of your finances. These are also people that are very dedicated to others. They're dedicated to the earth, to animals, to volunteer work, to volunteering their aid to other people. So you're going to become more of a person that's organized when it comes to their finances, someone that has property, someone that owns property. So some of you may be selling property to buy property or buying new property, getting a loan. There will be people that will assist you with that so that you can become someone that spins their life in the way that they want to, in the direction that it needs to go, in a new, fresh direction when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your home, to property. So lots of things are going to be changing for you guys, as well as myself. Five of Coins. Five of Coins is feeling like you're left out, like no one is there to assist you, but that is not true. You will have assistance from other people, namely earth signs perhaps, or people that are very grounded and are very stable when it comes to their finances. You will have help. The thing is realizing, breaking away from old thought patterns, thinking, oh, no one can help me, I don't have enough money, I can't do these things that I want to do. Yes, you can. It's hard work, as it shows it here, but you will be moving away from that, because all of that is going to fall away as you're moving forward in life, okay? Break away from the negative thought patterns that you don't have enough or there is no help. You will have help. There'll be others that will assist you with that. This is the Empress. The Empress knows how to manifest into reality. She has ideas that need to be birthed, okay? With the help from the Empress and the Death card, you will break away from all of this negative thinking and negative patterns in order to move forward and bring forth that new idea, that new path that you want to take, where it's very abundant, where you no longer think of scarcity, but you think of abundance, and having all of the abundance around you, already knowing that it exists in your life, so that you don't fear it, so that you don't fear poverty, so that you don't fear, oh no, I'm not going to have enough. You already have enough. You need to know it. At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups, a new path that opens up, a new love that comes into your life, a new zest for life that you love, something good. You're able to manifest as you move forward and let go of your ego, let go of the suffering. Become more of a disciple. Believe more in yourself. Trust in the path that is opening up to you and the guidance that's being given to you. Trust that many things have to die away in your life in order for the new things to begin, and learn to let them go without suffering, without thinking that you're going in the wrong path. Know that you're always heading in the right direction, that you can manifest those things that you desire in your life. They're not easy to manifest, but they are not impossible either. You just need to believe. And synchronicity. People that come into your lives at the right time in order to bring about the things that you are wanting in your life. Perhaps it's not exactly what you've dreamed of, because we have limited vision, but it is what you need in your life, what you need, what will make you happy. But you need to see it in that way so that it happens, so that the magic happens, because we do have the ability to manifest things into our lives and become very, very abundant and happy with the things that we want. Ace of Cups, love, you know, being able to keep the monkey mind under control. See this little monkey on a leash? Keeping the ego down so that we can love the things that are in our lives, you know, so that we can recognize it. Being able to keep under control, keep your anger under control in a halt, to show the strength that you have, what you have overcome in your life, so that you don't let others push your buttons and get you going. No, you're restraining your anger, you're restraining being impulsive, you know, so that you can listen to guidance, so that you can follow guidance and not follow the monkey mind, or not allow ego to push your button and you blow up. You know, with the strength of the lion that you have, you learn to control it and use it in a positive direction, and show others that you can control yourselves. Okay, interactive reading. Yes. Because I was going to pull more cards, but that'll happen naturally. Let's go with the ABC, because I haven't done that for you guys in a little bit, I think. Because the messages have been extremely powerful, but today I'm going to share with you. Look, we're blocking guidance, and therefore we're blocking our heart. So we need to be careful. Nope, I wasn't holding the deck upside down. So we need to turn this card up, right? It's the 7th chakra. This is where we get our downloads from the divine. So we need to keep it open, because we need to be able to follow guidance. That will keep our heart open. All right. So don't close your heart up to guidance. Don't close your thoughts up, because there could be something that comes into your life this week that is strictly from divine guidance, and we may not see it because we may not be paying attention. Look, and it could be love. All right, so keep your heart open, because some of you may meet someone new. Some of you may be faced with loving your partner as opposed to getting into a huge argument with them, because remember, the ego is going to push our buttons this week, and we don't want that. All right, so for those of you that chose A, B, or C. Love and accept yourself. It's all about love, huh? Thank your angels for lovingly guiding me for self-acceptance. once you learn to accept who you are, love your body, love who you are, peel away those layers of covering yourself up and not being who you truly are. Loving yourself is very important, because that's what's going to attract other love to you, because then you'll be reflected with someone that truly loves themselves as well and was attracted to you in a good way and not in a false way where you're hiding yourself, and therefore who you attract will be as well. So you don't want that. A, B, C. And I pull the Whispers of Love because I already knew that this reading was going to go in that direction. It's all about love. Loving yourself. Not hiding who you truly are to others. Not allowing others to push your buttons. Okay. A, B, C. Turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. If you're not sure what it feels like or what it should feel like, remember when you were young, or when you fell in love with someone and you were so excited about life and everything was rose-colored, everything was beautiful, which is how it truly is supposed to be. But with everything that happens to us in lives, we tend to become dull in the way that we look at things, and everything is not the same anymore. More shades of gray as opposed to more shades of beautiful color. So we need to turn on our heart light so that it shines brightly. We need to love ourselves a bit more. The angel of love is here to express that. We need to love ourselves, therefore our heart opens. Right now it may be a bit blocked. We need to turn it up. We need to talk to Archangel Raphael. He is the one that will help us with that. Okay? And here we have our connections to the divine a bit blocked. Archangel Uriel can help us with that as well. Okay, for those of you that chose A, victory. There's something that you're going to achieve this week. Victorious, either at work or with a relationship or with your own self. There's something that you will overcome and you will feel very victorious as this week moves along. Spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Look, it could be work-wise, where money comes in for you guys, okay? Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gifts. So again, whoever chose A, three of these cards are all about blessings of income, of abundance. So it doesn't necessarily mean money, but it can mean love. It can be overcoming an addiction, overcoming a negative pattern, an epiphany, a movement, loans, blessings of all kinds, victory. So I should have chosen A too, right? Now, let's see what happens. For those of you that chose B, community is going to become very important. Hanging out with friends, getting out with friends. If you're invited to do things, get outdoors, okay? Because community is going to rock your world this week. You're going to share some happy times with your friends. Or with people that you may meet by getting out. Unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I desire. You need to, guys, again, dyslexia. You need to pray to the Mother Mary. She is coming into your life this week to help you with unconditional love, to love yourself and to love others. So if you're having some difficult experiences with family or the people that you love, significant others, friends, perhaps people at work, you need to open your heart to unconditional love. Again, open your seventh chakra so that you can get more downloads from divine assistance. And pray to Mother Mary. She will help you. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So during this week, physical touch. Shake hands, give hugs to the people in your family, those that you love. Touch other people, or don't be afraid when other people touch you. Don't hide from that, because physical touch is important for all of us, and it may be very important for someone that you give a hug to this week. They may actually need it very desperately because no one has probably touched them in a very long time. And you'll walk up and say, you know what, I think you're a great person, and you give them a hug, and that will change their lives. We can change lives, people, just by touching other people, touching their heart, touching their hand, giving them a hug, giving them a kiss on the cheek. Remember, unconditional love this week for those of you. And it will be in community with other people, people that you just happen to meet, or you're out enjoying times with your friends. Make sure that you let them know how much you care about them. For those of you that chose C, cornucopia, this is abundance as well. So something wonderful is going to happen for you guys this week, or you're going to increase the abundance in your life, whether it's money, more, a better position at work, inheritance, a raise perhaps, or just you're going to feel more abundant. Perhaps you're going to look around and go, wow, I didn't even realize I was surrounded by so much abundance, so much love, so many things already in my life. There's really no need for anything else. This is a very blessed number 11, a blessed card of already having a lot of abundance around you and realizing it. The miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others is going to bring about a lot of feelings of being very abundant when it comes to love, being very abundant when it comes to your friends, to family, to the things that you have. But a miracle of forgiveness, it's something very important, because sometimes we hang on to grudge or unforgiveness of someone that hurt you very deeply, because in our lives we can become very hurt. There's a lot of things that can happen to you that you cannot forgive the pain ever. But you must forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, forgive the other person somehow. You don't have to forget it. Maybe forgetting it helps too. Sometimes I can forget things that hurt me and don't think of them anymore. And forgive, and just try to put it out of your mind and move in other directions. Be helpful to other people, because the miracle of forgiveness can change your life. Because if you hang on to that anger or hatred or unforgiveness, you cannot move forward. It's like a wall that you put up that you cannot do anything about it. And it will not let you advance in your life. And you're wondering, well, why is everything like this? Why can't I change it? Why can't I move forward? It's because you're hanging on to something that you can't forgive or you can't let go of, and you need to. That way your life can open up and you start to move forward again. Focusing on love is what's going to help you with this unforgiveness that you've had over something, or forgiving something. Perhaps it hasn't even happened, and it will. So you need to learn to get past it really quickly, and focusing on love is going to help you. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So whoever hurts you, there's good attributes about that person, and by focusing on that is how it's going to help you to forgive whatever happened or whatever will happen in your life. Okay, so keep that in mind. Focus on love, because some people may look like a dragon, but they're there for a reason. It's there to help you notice something that perhaps you don't want to deal with anymore. Something that isn't you and you need to walk away from or move away from, or something within yourself that you need to learn to fix, or to, focus on it, so that you can see, well, perhaps this is because of me, and if I change this little thing, I can change the way that the world is reflecting back to me. I can make it a better place for myself and for those that I love. All right, guys. I think I have said plenty already. I do love you. Know this from the bottom of my heart. For those of you that have contacted me for a reading, I will be getting to those or finishing them up in the next couple of days. If you guys would like a reading with me, please check the links below. Write to me and we'll schedule one. I do love you. Thank you for everything. And continue to listen to my channel, people. I do love you. Bye for now. Have a great week.